Where is the Zoom?
Double screens, man, does that.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Anime Bingeaholics, a show where we talk about and discuss different animes and give your thoughts of what we think. I'm your host of two, Ranger J
Let's
1999,
go, baby.
and joining me is
Lit. Wow, Kitty Curio.
look. You got to pick a name and go with it. We're gonna go with
Yeah, I
Kitty
know, I
Curio. It
know,
may
I know,
change in a couple weeks. I don't know. She keeps
I
changing her
know.
name, so.
It's Oh, that's what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to do freaking. Oh, that's right. God, no, never mind. Anyway, continue.
Kitty,
Sorry.
yeah, Kitty's distracted with children and husbands and breakfast
Yes,
cereals and all kinds of stuff. So,
yes. In that case, it was cinnamon toast crunch waffles.
there, see, these things happen. Now, what can I tell you? All right, and we're here to
Right?
discuss really fun anime today. We're here to talk about Assassination
Classic.
Classroom, and what can I
You know
say?
the
This
hilariousness that it is.
is a really good anime,
I
and
love it.
we're going to get into it. Before we begin, if you haven't already, hit the follow button. It helps the channel grow. We can't do any of the funner stuff until we hit a certain number of threshold of stuff, which we're nowhere close to, but we just do this for fun. We do this every week just to hang out with you guys. It gets uploaded on YouTube. We give you your thoughts on what we think, um, what we think about each of these animes, so that if you're looking to maybe watch these and you're looking for some insight on what we personally think, everything's subjective, but it might give you some insight of what's going on. We haven't talked in a bit. There's a lot been going on. We haven't done one of these in a bit, so we're glad to be back. I'm just sad that Jujutsu Kaisen is temporarily done for the first season. But boy, did it end well.
Oh my
My
gosh. Anyway, we're
God.
not here for that one.
I know, but
We're not here for that
I'm
one.
looking for another one. I'm binging hard. I'm like, God, I need something to hold me over, because Jujutsu Kaisen, man, it is it's in my S rank. I'm already caught up on Attack of Titan. I'm reading the One Piece manga. I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and so yeah, it's when I'm not streaming the other streams or outside busting my ass doing something. All I watch is anime and
Anime.
comic books. I'm big into Marvel and DC, and I read all that stuff and get caught up.
DC, Marvel, Star
Yeah,
Wars.
Star Wars. I am a junkie and all that stuff, so I get it my
Yeah.
brain over on something. But anyway, Assassination Classroom. Oh, Kitty, would you like to tell the folks what
Yeah,
Kitty?
yeah,
Just
yeah.
what's the basic premise of Assassination Classroom?
Basic premise, there is, you know how in most Japanese or well in animes in general, they have the one class that's the
Mm-hmm.
deadbeat class. Well, that's what class 3E is in this anime. Class 3E.
Mm-hmm.
They are the assassination classroom, and their main goal is to not only attempt to graduate school, but to kill their teacher.
Why would they want to kill their teacher?
Their teacher is a
Uh,
humanoid. Well,
no,
not
say
even humanoid.
octopus.
He's an octopus.
Yeah,
He's an
squid.
octopus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
he's
being
a
that, yeah.
genetically altered being.
We don't know
And
that in the
is
beginning, so let's not do
yeah.
spoilers. So we just
Okay, okay, okay. And
they think he's an
he's
alien.
yeah, they think he's an alien, and he is responsible for 1/4 of the moon being,
Was it 1/4 or 3/4?
or
Because
three quarters. Yeah,
yeah,
three
there's only a
quarters.
crescent left after he
Yeah,
did what
three
he did.
quarters of
Yeah.
the moon being, demolished, and there he decided to, as part of his agreement with the government, to teach a class and teach that class to kill him with specialized weapons that can only harm him
Mm-hmm.
and not harm humans, because to humans they literally look like, rubber knives and rubber bullets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's their goal, is to kill Kuro Sensei and get like a crap ton of money that they will never want for nothing in their entire lives ever again.
Yeah. So, so the premise is it's kind of fun in the sense that the kids are trying to kill him, but there's
Best
also
kill the
what's
teacher.
really fascinating about this is he gives the world governments like a timeline. I think what 2 years or a
One.
year, one
A
year.
year.
It's been a while since I watched it. I think this came out
Yep. 1 year.
2015, 2016.
1 year.
Um, 1 year to basically for him to train these kids. If they killed him, hey, All's good. They get a reward. Blah blah blah. If not, he was going to destroy the world.
Mm-hmm.
The government tried on numerous attempts before they gave into the classroom idea to get rid of him, and they figured, well, we can't. We have to kind of go to his whimsy, and he has whimsies all the time. You see him teaching a
Oh
class,
yeah.
and
I mean, the dude can travel at Mach 20.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
And he, for his lunch breaks,
Go
while
to
the
a
rest of the
baseball game.
class is sitting there, eating their lunch, like normal students, he's literally traveling halfway across the world to go get special like ice cream from
Hmm.
China or a special uh uh
I think he went to a baseball
Italian
game.
ice and yeah, baseball games in America and stuff
Yeah,
like that. So it's
it's hilarious. But what really makes Assassination Clashing work is the dynamic. Is oh yeah, you get the funny moments and you get the training of the kids, and the kids' their own personalities are each individually unique. There's the main kids that they mainly focus on, but the whole class you kind of get to know and learn because they have to work together. But it's the other stuff because while he's teaching them this, he's also got to be their teacher. So he's also
yeah.
worried about their
He's literally
grades.
teaching them like life lessons and
Yes,
everything. And it's really amazing to see the students' growth in the whole process.
yeah. The
And
ending of season one,
as
you
well
really,
as like
yeah,
his own growth in a weird way, because you get
yes,
to learn about him and learn his quirks and everything. And then you have what was his name? Nagisa, who kept like a notebook,
yeah.
a running
It
notebook.
was a Nagasa. I can't remember.
I don't remember either
I think yeah, it
what
was
he was.
Nagasa. That's the kid with
Yeah,
the blue hair and
the blue hair that
the knife
looks
guy.
androgynous.
Yeah, who
It
they
looks
thought,
androgynous.
yeah, and who they thought was going to be. I mean, Nagasa and Karma are the two,
Yeah,
two
they're the two
main
main guys, and
um,
but
for the
you
Classroom kids. Yeah,
yeah,
so
you like literally watch them grow and everything, and you like watch them learn how to be students, how to be better. And this tentacled creature literally uses his speed perfectly to become literal tutors for each student.
yes,
And he creates like individual lesson plans for each student to benefit them so they can like learn exactly what they need to learn and focus on, and so they can pass like their entrance exams and stuff like that.
yeah. It's really fascinating, and of course you have some other side characters who I really enjoyed.
Like
Car.
Irina,
Rita, oh my God.
Professor Bitch.
That's what the kids call her.
Professor Bitch. That's what the kids call her, Professor
And
Bitch.
she's no joke. I mean, she's a top assassin of the world, but she's no match for Kuro Sensei. And then you've
No
got
match. And oh my god,
Karasuma.
the innuendos in this anime.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh my god, the innuendos. Like when Irina comes into play.
oh yeah, she's the
The innuendos, the suggestions that they say, or well, don't say, that happen in that
yeah.
sports shed.
We know what happened.
Oh yeah, we know. Wink, wink, nudge,
But it was
nudge.
interesting because,
Tentacles.
yeah, it's always about the tentacles.
Yeah, seriously.
Karasuma's ex-military, works for the government. I think he may still be military, but he works for the special division, and he's in charge of being there as well as like the overseer, the government liaison, and he's no slouch either. Um, so you put all this stuff in a big boiling pot and see what happens, and there's a lot of funny things that really happen in this
This
anime.
anime is just freaking great.
It really is. I mean, there's some slow parts. I'm not gonna lie. There's some slow stories. I actually like that it slowed down at certain parts because it couldn't always be fast paced.
Yeah,
I know some people didn't like that because a lot of the stuff was side stuff, right? It was like it felt like filler to some people.
yeah. But to
Um,
me, I thought it was perfect because you can't be go, go, go all the
Well,
time.
it also, in my opinion, it gave each of these individual students and some of the groups of students a chance for some character development. So when you get to end of season one and you get to the end of the series, season two. Now they did make a movie about this.
Yeah,
Movie was
yeah.
bad. It was really
Dude, I
bad.
stopped the movie like not even halfway through and I was like, yeah, done.
I
Nope.
mean, I've seen the adaptations lately. Like I saw Bleach.
I haven't watched it
However,
yet.
I did see Gintama, the adaptation, and they captured that perfectly because they caught the comedy of what Gintama was, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed that movie. It was actually from an arc from an early part of it, and they just redid it and added some other stuff, but it was really good. I was really cracking up with the stuff they were doing. It was really good. But back to this, just watch the anime. You'll be don't watch the movie. You can watch the movie. I'm just telling you, it's okay. It's not really. So anyway, we're gonna give our ranking of what we think this anime stands at. Now I'll go first. We'll give our ranking and our letter grade on this. I give this an 8 out of 10, which in my estimation is A class anime. I think it's really good. It's just outside of my top 20 anime. It's definitely in my top 50. I really enjoy this anime. The slower parts I kind of get. There was some, it was really good. I had fun with it, but I didn't enjoy it. It's not saying that it's bad. It's just I didn't enjoy it as some of these other animes that I've recently watched. And I thought, it was a fun anime. You'll have a good time with it. It's got some good-hearted moments. It's actually got a lot of good-hearted moments. And the one thing I will say, the tactics and stuff that these kids come up with to go after Kuro Sensei are just
Oh yeah, that's
amazing.
freaking brilliant.
Oh, so good. I mean, that really caught me because I'm ex-military, so I appreciate tactics and stuff like that. So I give this an 8 out of 10 and a ranking. What would you give it, Kitty Kitty?
I would give it an 8.5. Like,
Oh,
I
okay. Look.
thoroughly enjoy this. I absolutely freaking love it. I love the slow parts, actually. The slow parts are actually some of my favorite parts because I like seeing, the character development and the
Sure.
background. And, like, some of my favorite parts are, like, for instance, when he took Nagisa and Karma to Hawaii to see the preview, or no, the when a movie comes out, premiere,
Hmm.
when a premiere of a comic book movie, and he literally gives them a science lesson mid-flight to Hawaii from Japan, going at supersonic speed while also using his other tentacles to like whack away debris and everything from them. And it's like, it's those little things that I'm like, this is actually really freaking cool that they're, showing and including in here that this guy really does care about each one of his students.
Yeah. And when you get his back, and we'll get to that. So what would you give this letter grade? I'm assuming this is an
Oh yeah, this is
A.
definitely an A.
Okay. So
Definitely
now
an A.
what we're going to do is we'll talk spoilers. We're going to get into spoilers specifically. So if you don't want to know spoilers, you just want to know what our original thoughts are, you can pause, come back and watch the video because this will get uploaded on YouTube. But we're going to get to spoilers. So Kermit hands, spoilers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Squishies.
All right. So, yeah. So you, I'm gonna ask you, how do you think the ending was? I enjoyed the ending.
I enjoyed the ending, and I'm glad that it was Nagisa who was able to do the, final strike in a
Yeah,
way.
it made sense, right?
Yeah, it made sense. It made sense. Like, it just I don't know. It gave you that this is complete
Yeah.
feel, like, yes, it is the circle has come full tilt. It is good. All is right.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job on this. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard some other people that the episodes in between they just wanted it to lead up to that, but I think it did. I think the character development. I think it really needed to do that. You did a great job in season one, but that was easy to do because you introduced each of these characters and have a little bit of their backstory and they get into situations. I think the funniest stuff is when that military guy comes there as the physical education guy.
Oh God.
And he gets
You don't want to
destroyed.
hurt. You don't want to disappoint your dad now, do you?
Yeah, and Nagasa puts that knife on him. It's a meme.
Yeah. Like.
It's out there. It's yeah, it was really good. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good moments like that. There's a lot of good funny moments. There's a lot of good tender moments. Overall, I mean, nothing stands out to me specifically. Unlike some animes, I remember that scene because I was like, damn, that's when Nagasa really turned over from being the shy, just
Shy kid, and that's when
riding.
you like. That's when you saw
Yeah.
like his real potential.
They all
And
saw it. Yeah, all the
yeah,
because all these other people,
everybody.
everybody that's around Kuro Sensei, even the government guys, they're all assassins, and there you can see
Yeah.
like this kid's potential.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody was like, "Oh
they
shit!"
saw they're like Karma and Nagaza. They were like these two. There's something different about these two rascals, and
Yeah,
but
Karma's got the in your face, you're dead,
oh
and
yeah, when
Naga's
he
got
pepper sprayed
the
that dude and stuff, man, I was like,
right,
God damn, man.
right. But Nagisa, he's the infiltrator. He'll be the one that'll get under your skin without you even knowing, and then he'll be like, "Good night."
Yeah, and I do not want to spoil this because I want it'll if you've seen it already, you know. But with Kuro Sensei, what he really is, what really happened, all that stuff gets you learn. Um, but I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I mean, it was really good. I mean, some animes. I mean, the first season really drew me in because I really
Oh
thought that at the end
yeah,
of the first season, I'm like, okay, and they did a good job right into season two, right where they end on summer break and going into the next part of it. The clock starts ticking down as they get closer and closer to this deadline, you actually feel I felt it in the anime like okay, I just started thinking in the back of my mind like okay, what's going to happen next? I mean,
right. Like
because I didn't know how they were going to end this. How does this end? Who? I mean, that was kind of
right, like it was
ambiguous.
questioning me like the whole time. I'm like, how is this? This is gonna, damn, I don't want this to end. This is gonna suck when they finally, And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I didn't know how they're going to do it, but they stay true to it, and and it's really good. So I mean, it's one of those animes you pop in, you can binge it in a day. It's super amazing.
yeah,
I mean, you can really have a lot of fun with it, and really enjoying it. But yeah, I think it's fantastic. I mean, you can see especially for in the first season because they had all these obstacles that they had to overcome, but you see where their training came into play with the group that they go after and everything that's going on the island and everything that happens. It was really cool how they tied in all the stuff previously that they had worked on and how it came into play, not only just against Kuro Sensei, but then the group that's on this island with him as well, what's going on and what's happening. So
yeah. The
it's really well done, really good writing. I think the
group that Yana Gisawa had, I think.
yeah, I think the actor, the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor who did Kuro Sensei really does a good job. He's so animated with his voice and on really expressing the different emotions that Kuro Sensei goes through and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because
oh
in
yeah,
one moment especially with the kids, I mean, he's lighthearted and tender, but forceful with the kids when he needs to be. But like you see it when the adults or somebody does something that's really bad, that other side of him when he changes colors. That's the other thing I love, that he always changes colors for different reasons. Yeah, and certain colors you don't want to see, you're in big trouble. Um, I,
right.
I think
Certain colors and patterns.
Arena was kind of just there to be. In one sense, she was kind of the comic kind of punching bag a little bit, but then you had what goes on with her and Karasuma, who's kind of dense. He's one of those focused people that doesn't really get emotion. He doesn't really experience. He doesn't understand. He definitely doesn't get women. Not so much later. So
Right. I'm just like, when are you going to?
yeah, just completely right over his head a few
Yeah, I
times.
mean, it's like where's a frying pan when you need it? It's
I
one
don't
of
think it
those
would work on
moments.
him. Yeah, I think he would just be like, "Why did you hit me?" Just the
Yeah,
kind of
that's
thing.
that's true.
Yeah, he would
That's
be
true. He
like,
would have been.
"Don't do that again. I will harm
Yeah.
you." But he's actually a really good dude as well.
That might have
Um,
been, he would have looked at you and been like, that's your one chance. Is that all you're gonna do?
yeah,
Game over.
I'm going to terrorize you now. So,
Yeah, right.
um, anything else about Assassination Costume? I kind of covered my bits and pieces. I mean, there's certain scenes or characters or
I
things
mean,
for you, Kitty. Just thinking hard. Oh, look at the wheel spin.
yeah, there's a lot. Like, especially like when we go into his background, like Kuro Sensei's background. Like, and
What's
I'm
this?
trying really hard not to delve into that because
We'll go
don't
general.
want to
What's specifically about it that
I don't want to
without?
fully give it away. But it's more of like his like, kind of like how he was brought up and everything, like
Right.
how he was born in that like desolate basically part of life and everything, and it makes you feel for him in a way because he didn't have like all the things you want to give somebody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just like, dang, it made one hell of an awesome person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when he becomes imprisoned by Yanagasawa or whatever the frick his name is,
Mm-hmm.
and all those like he basically becomes a lab rat. That's when you like really start to like feel for him in a way because you're like, first of all, he finally gets a life, and he's the ultimate assassin in a way. Well, actually, not in a way. He just is. And then this dude comes in, takes it all the frick away, and tries to make him into some other crap. And then he finally like has somebody that kind of cares for him in a way, and then
Yeah.
and I'm just like, why?
That's the good animes where they do stuff like that. You're just like,
Right,
oh
and it's like,
god.
come on. It's like, why can't they ever just have the good life for just last for once? Come on. But
Yeah.
it is
So,
what it is.
all right. So you both highly recommend it. Now we'll give kiddies a chance to say, should kids be allowed to watch this, and what age do you think this is appropriate for? Because I know my answer on this.
Okay. Part of me wants to say, sure, go ahead and let your kids watch it because there's not too much going on here. But then again, the other part of me is like, the innuendos are just too many to ignore.
I don't think anybody. Yeah, you'd have to make a judgment call. Anybody?
Yeah, my judgment call would have to be like PG-13.
Yeah, 13 or older, you can watch
PG-13,
it.
13 or older, 13 or older. Because by then, you have your sex ed classes in schools and shit, so they're already introduced to it and everything else, blah 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 blah. So yeah, PG-13. And what the hell is my cat doing? What are you doing, fluffy boy?
He's trying to get your attention, and it's work.
Yeah, apparently. But definitely PG-13. I highly recommend this. You're gonna laugh your ass off at times. You're gonna be like, why? At other times.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, you're just yeah.
Leave it at that.
You're gonna love it. Like it's one of those animes that's gonna hit you on all the full circle. I love it.
All right.
I do.
So, we are going to wrap up. This has been our review of Assassination Classroom. Now, we always do this every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, over on Twitch, and then we upload it to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, watch us. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Same thing on Twitch. Follow us. You can't subscribe yet because we're not yet at that level because we are a newer channel. But that being said, I've asked Kitty to look over the list of anime. The sheet of integrity. And which anime are we doing next week?
I have looked over 3 pages of anime now. And I think what we are going to do.
We wait on Betty Breath.
Right. Let's go with Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, we're gonna get to Hunter x Hunter, so that's gonna be a longer one because that's
it's a lot.
That's a lot. So okay, what we'll do with that one, since just like Naruto, we'll go through each of the 5 arcs. I believe there's 5 arcs in Hunter x Hunter. We're not gonna get to the manga stuff. I mean,
it's one of those that's on my list like 3 times. So I'm like, you know what? That's a request.
All right, we'll do Hunter x Hunter.
Lot,
that's gonna be a long one. So we'll probably start a little bit earlier next week, probably about 30 minutes earlier because I have to be done by a certain time because they have their. There's another stream we use this with another channel I'm in with Reality Scoop Gamer.
So next week we'll be here at 6:30 instead of 7.
Yep.
And I will do my best to put that into the D&D, or not D&D.
Yeah, that's something else I do. Let's not get into them.
That's something I do on Thursdays. My bad. No.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, right. I will put it in Discord. that one.
Yes, yeah. We have a Discord.
Discord.
You can join. It's here. Got all kinds of good anime information and stuff. Kitty does a really good job with that. I pop in once in a blue moon, but it's me, Kitty, running that show because
Yep, and I will be
I'm in
putting
like
up a new
100
list of
plus
animes
Discords.
that are coming out soon
yes,
too.
she's doing a good job with that. So if you need anything, get with Kitty on that stuff. But so we're gonna do Hunter x Hunter next week. We'll go over each arc. We'll give it a ranking, and then we'll give it an overall ranking. And we will be spoilerific on that one. I'm gonna just
Oh
say
God,
spoilers.
yes.
We have to be. There's no way
if
you
I
can
have
cover
to,
Hunter
I
x
will make
Hunter.
up my own sign. You
Yes.
know, with the spoiler alert and everything.
We're gonna do that right in the beginning, and we will say
Yeah.
spoilers ahead. So.
Yeah, like I will even like bring up a piece of paper and just be like, spoilers.
Yes.
Spoilers.
But I think at this point, if you haven't watched Hunter x Hunter and you're an anime fan, what are you doing?
Yo, seriously, what are you doing?
I mean, this is one of the best animes.
Have you
of
been
all
living
time.
under a rock?
I
Have
mean,
you been like where have you been?
I'm curious, what did I rank? I know it was in my top 20. I cannot remember. Let me go look at what my what did I had for Hunter x Hunter. Where was it?
I don't even remember where I put Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, I had Hunter x Hunter at number 8.
Yeah. I don't even remember where I put Hunter x Hunter, but I just know it was up there, and I'm like, I freaking love this anime. There's so many things I love about this anime that I can just literally go on forever, and I'm going to stop now before I do that.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we are good to go with that. So thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, all that good stuff. So with that, be safe out there. If you can get vaccinated, I know I have. And
I get my vaccine this Friday.
Yay! We froze for a second there because the stupid camera went crazy. But it doesn't matter. You can hear our voice. So get your vaccinations.
Get vaccinated if you can. If you're not allergic to anything in it. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Wear your mask still, even if the code is up.
I still do.
I still do too. And hand sanitizer and all that jazz. Yep. And yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna have myself and Kitty have a great rest of your night. If you want, you can go to RSU. They're going to be doing Don't Starve Together, which is nuts. Because I think they're getting ready because there's Disney weekend. I couldn't go to Disney weekend because of COVID. I just couldn't take the risk. So me and Loki will not be there, but everybody else is. There's a big meetup for Reality Scoop Gamers. So
yep, I'm not there, but I'm supporting them. Couldn't go there because of life.
Yeah, life and COVID. So we're almost there. Yeah, so
even though I'm literally 2.5 hours away from them.
I know. So
the munchkins are attacking.
I know. So let's get out of here. It's time to go. So everyone have a great rest of the night. We'll talk to you soon.
Good night.